Good evening, this is Bent TV. Thank you for joining us. Later tonight, we speak with a DJ who has his own opinions on the gay scene in Melbourne. First up, Squeal, where they discuss children.
Y'all need to watch on the y'all damn nuts.
Hey, welcome to Squeal. I am Andy McNamara and I am joined tonight by Lisa-Skye,
Hi there.
Connor Lingus, Jessie Dean and Tom Foolery.
Hey.
And look at these beautiful ornaments I've brought. Today we are talking children. Have them or not? Are they a dream or a nightmare? And I might start with Mr. Tom Foolery.
Yeah. Well, depends on the
You've
lady.
got children that you don't know about.
In fact, I have many children out there, I imagine. And if you're watching, hi. Hi, children. It depends on the lady whose child it is, I suspect, because, yeah, I don't have time for the children. Except they are the future. Children are the future.
But not your future.
Not my future. No.
Got it. Thank
Yeah.
you, Tom. We
Yeah.
understand. Jessie.
Listen, I don't feel like I want kids at the moment. Personally, that might change. I feel like I'm in a very selfish profession, I guess. I don't think I'd have time for them. And I'm going to say that after that.
Can we ask your profession?
Well, so I perform as a drag king, but also I do a lot of art work. So I kind of focus on film and things like that, and art department in these kind of things. And between all those guys, it's kind of all about Jessie. So it does get a little bit, I guess, overwhelming to have a normal life.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'll be completely open to donate my womb to either of my siblings.
There you go, if anyone's watching.
My siblings, not
okay.
not an open auction there. I mean, paid me enough, I'd probably do it.
There's room.
Put that on eBay. That'd go down quite
There's
well.
room in the womb.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd ever have kids of my own, and if I ever did have kids, I would adopt. There's too many of them floating around in the system.
Oh, that's a nice call. Alrighty, Connor Lingus.
Yeah, I think the same. Asked me again in 15 years. And yeah, I'd probably want to adopt because there's kids out there that need homes. Why would you go and make new ones, is what I think.
Cool, Lisa.
No, not now, not ever. I don't like children, except yours. Yours are fantastic. Look how unusual and alert they are. No. I hate them. The thought of, again, this might be just me being a gender fuck knuckle, but the thought of something feeding inside me, like a parasite in me growing, makes me a bit sick. And then, like, it crawling out of you.
I
like
don't believe they crawl out. Let me just say.
like just sliding out
They
of
don't
you.
crawl out.
Don't they just shoot out?
They cut their way out.
No,
That's
it's
what
like
they do.
something out of a tall film clip. It just like slides out, and
not
then
slide.
it's this idiot that doesn't pay rent that you can't talk sassy around.
Yeah,
and
that's
they're
a
just
problem.
horrible.
I don't know.
And
I think a few
basically,
kids have been taught sassy around.
oh no! If you're under 20, you don't exist to me.
I like kids.
Controversial opinion.
Just my favourite kids are the ones you can hang out with and then give back afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
So
like
you hang out, play with them, whatever, give them back.
But what do you do?
The parents can do the bathing and the sleeping and all
What
that.
do you
crap.
do that's fun with kids? Like you can
pick
play
them up. They like to be picked
Nintendo
up.
and
You
do
You can
play
run around, they can be
You can do it
airplanes.
yourself, and then you
Yeah.
get
They
to
can
like
be
have a
long-
bulb afterwards.
So a
Wheelbarrows.
dog will do instead?
Oh, my partner and I have our first 8 dogs planned. Names and breeds.
See, because I like kids. They scare the fuck out of me. But am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, good.
Too late.
I'm just referring to
Gender fuck knuckles.
Should have passed that a few weeks ago. Yeah, I like kids. The kids are all right. It's parents that suck ass.
Yeah.
Parents,
Oh, yeah.
people who have kids because they're like, I have to have a kid. That's what my life is purely there for, is to have a kid.
I haven't
but then
made
they
an
have
informed
these kids
decision.
that they don't want to. Like, I work in a restaurant as well.
Yeah, people don't discipline their children. Are pretty
Yeah,
awful.
I went to a wedding yesterday and there was a child. And Malice was there and she had her children and they're very well behaved, obviously, Malice's children.
Clearly.
But this child came out of nowhere. And the Malice's children were having a little wrestle with their Uncle Silly. Wrestle, happy. This child just came and launched himself like a wrestler at my friend and starts to like punch and kick his balls. And I'm like, that's not cool. And I told the child, away from my friend's balls. And then I said, where is your mother? And I went to find the mother and I gave her a piece of my mind.
And how did the mother respond?
The mother just stood there for a while and looked at me, and while her child is still continuing to attack my friend's balls, and then the child picked up a croquet mallet, was about to do the croquet mallet into my friend, and then the mother said, oh no, darling, that's not right. I don't touch you.
Saffron, darling, Saffron.
Some people should not be allowed to have the children. Aubrey was his name, actually. Aubrey.
Oh, God. I went to a bookshop in Yarraville one day, and there was a one with a child, older mother with a 3-year-old child or something, and the kid had a drink, and the shop assistant comes up and goes, oh, look, actually we don't have food and drink in this shop, you know, you can't have your child drinking. She said, I'll have you know, my child makes a lot less mess than most adults, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And the shop assistant's going, okay, and just
adults
snuck
can't
away.
bring drink or food in.
I know.
Yeah.
And then she goes, I don't think we want our business here anyway, and stormed out.
There's this thing that happens to parents, and it's justifiable, that like this chemical just boom, you know, so they don't shake the child to death on the 78th consecutive night of no sleep. That they're suddenly like, I love you and this is all good.
And they lose all knowledge of pop art, or any pop stuff at all, like any public stuff.
I just think all the stuff that you can do with a child, like do Play-Doh and crayons and stuff, you can do as an adult, but also with stuff that children aren't allowed to touch, like dildos and bulbs.
Yeah, but
I thought that was coming.
With a kid, you can read them a story and they're not like, oh, this sucks, I'm going to the store.
No, I get stories read to me and I read people's stories and I'm like, oh, this is magical.
Well,
yes,
that's
this
great
is
for you. I don't live in your world, clearly. I wish people would read me stories. I want stories read to me. I don't think I should have kids because I think I still am one. I think that's a really good reason.
Those are the best parents, the ones that are children still.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. No, I agree.
It's great to hear, like we hear so much about, parenthood, it's so wonderful, so terrific, blah, blah. It's happy to hear a bit of a different point of view.
Considering we're all in the entertainment, the creative industries, I've
done some babysitting and kids are great in that you can take them to the playground and they just run around and they get you involved as well. They're like, you know, it's positive peer pressure. Come down the slide, come play on the monkey bars, and you end up having fun by accident.
And when you babysit, priority one is no one dies. It doesn't matter if you give them lollies, they're not allowed to have or anything, just no one can die, everything's fine.
Well, if you give them too many lollies, they tend to get a bit...
But then you give them back.
Hey, you've been watching Squeal. We've been discussing the merits of offspring. We will see you next time. Bye.
Coming up next, we speak with local DJ Jake Cini and his personal opinions on the scene in Melbourne. See you after the break.
Hello, and tonight on A Queer Idea, we've got a person with an opinion, because Ben TV, we're suckers for somebody with an opinion. So I do have to say, it's not necessarily that their opinion reflects anything that Ben TV or Channel 31 thinks, but we just met them out and about and thought, let's put them on. So let's introduce you to Jake Cini. Hello, Jake. Thank you for coming in. Jake, you're a DJ. Tell me a little bit about your history as a DJ.
I've been a DJ for quite a while now. We're talking about 31 years, started when I was 15.
Yep.
Local roller skating rink, a long way off. And I've done a lot of places, from your mobiles to corporates to straight venues, queer venues. And now back in a queer-friendly venue.
Okay. Now, you're also back in Melbourne, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
Because you started here?
I started in Melbourne.
And where did you start in Melbourne?
I started down in Dandenong.
At what was, I believe, the biggest club in Dandenong. What was it called? Club Foster's.
Foster's nightclub, that's right. The train station, believe it or not.
The history of Melbourne. All right, so you've recently returned and obviously you're trying to look for a gig. So what's your experience trying to break into Melbourne again?
Yeah, well, I went off to Queensland for 10 years and I'm back in Melbourne because I love it dearly. Queensland was pretty easy. There's only 3 gay clubs there and I just approached the clubs there and managed to get a gig pretty much straight away. Mm-hmm. Now, I know there's a few clubs in Melbourne coming back to Melbourne. I approached every club, I emailed, I walked into them, I tried to network and tried to get myself, well, not necessarily a gig, but at least a go. Yeah. And I just found it was really, really, really difficult here. I found, and no offence to any DJs out there, just a monopoly of a few DJs that seem to do the 4 or 5 main clubs here.
Okay, so you're saying that it's the same DJs doing the same clubs, specifically gay clubs, or yeah, okay. And so how do you think that affects our experience as a bar-going, club-going punter?
Personally, I think if the DJs are changing their style in each club, that's great, but I don't think that's happening. I think the DJ has their style and that style goes to the next club, so that club becomes very similar to the other club that they're working at. So
we're just basically having a homogenized queer experience at some of these bars. So what's obviously you're saying that that's different to what you're used to. What is it that you're used to?
Yeah, well, in Queensland, the clubs there, I mean, there was only 3 there. They were very, very different. I worked at the Beat, and there you didn't work anywhere else. Okay, you were a resident there. And the other clubs were very different, played very different styles of music and looked at attracting a different crowd. Okay,
so but you could only work at that one club?
Yeah.
But were you allowed to work like straight clubs?
At another straight club, yes, but not within the queer community.
Okay, and then that's just to make sure that that diversity of music?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, you've been in the business for a very long time.
Yeah.
How has that sort of changed? What are you seeing the DJs now doing that you wouldn't have necessarily seen 31 years ago?
DJs are great, but gone are the days where you actually did the whole night yourself and you were in control of that crowd. I mean, let's face it, a club or a venue, whatever it is, makes their money over the bar and makes their money over having people there as long as they can stay.
Yeah.
So if you're open till 5 in the morning, you want your crowd to stay there till 5 in the morning. And I think what's happening now is because there's these little 2-hour DJ sets, the DJs coming on, playing every hot song, wearing the crowd out, and the crowds are fizzing out about 2 o'clock in the morning now, and they're not hanging around. So I don't see that as a good thing for venues.
Yeah, I guess it's that same thing with radio, which is that you know there might be a song that you like, but you don't want to hear it every single hour. It's like the one they're playing at the moment is Happy. Yes. It does make me happy the first time, the second time less happy, third time get out. Yeah. Now we're talking about bars and clubs, and we're specifically the queer clubs. Is the music really important? Why is it important?
It's absolutely important. I mean, there's generally 3 reasons why people go to a club.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pick up, we know that.
Yep.
Drink.
Yep.
And dance.
Okay.
Okay, and I think they all tie in with the music. The type of music you play, well, it gives you the atmosphere. You're in a good mood, you're in a happy mood, you're in a sexy mood, you're in a grinding mood, you're in a want to go off your chops mood. Well, you can't stay in the same mood the whole night. All right, so I think a DJ needs to be able to change your mood throughout the night.
Yeah, all right, okay. We don't necessarily condone going off your chops, whatever that means. Yeah. But speaking about that, I would actually argue there's one more thing as well, which is the 4th wing, which is reinforcing your identity as a queer person with other queer people as well. So I think that's there as well. Now, you also do straight nights?
Yep.
Yeah, because you're currently playing somewhere in Melbourne. It's Club London in St Kilda.
Correct. Yes.
Is that a regular gig or?
Yeah, I'm there every week, and we do a regular monthly queer event. But I'm also helping out with R&B nights, uni nights, retro bangers, whatever you like.
What are bangers?
It's what unis are into now. It's pretty high energy sort of remixes of commercial dance songs at the moment.
Oh, okay. So is that lots of doosh, doosh,
yeah,
doosh,
a little bit more doof doof.
All right, cool. So how would you describe, what's the difference between like a queer night and a straight night?
You know, the only real difference is that in a queer night, you have a broader age spectrum. Because if you're doing, obviously, a uni night's a uni night. It's generally a certain age group. You're doing R&B, you're getting an R&B crowd, and you stick to that music. In a queer night, you generally have 18 to 80. So all ranges, which means, to me, all styles of music, not one style of music.
Yeah.
And that makes a good queer night.
And actually, that's true of, I think, when you do belong to a specific group or a minority group, that you do mix with different age groups because of that reason. Yeah. You know, you're there for a very different reason. Now, we've talked about, so what kind of music would you play for a gay night?
Everything.
Everything, all right.
Why would you limit it?
Because... there's one of those songs, it's like, it's not that I dislike it, but you know the one, I am what I am. But when I hear
Gloria
that,
Gaynor.
it kind of like, it just really reinforces my history and my queerdom. Is it important to play those sort of anthems?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? And I don't understand why you can't play a Rihanna and then play a Gloria Gaynor, or why you can't throw in a Spice Girls and then play a Madonna. I don't understand why it has to stay the same beat all night.
Yeah.
And again, personal opinions, I'd love it if, you know, we're going right off and high energy stuff and then bring the beat down and throw in a little bit of R&B. I mean, our community is made up of so many different types of people, which stands to reason that we all listen to different types of music.
Cool. Now, we are running out of time, so I will quickly ask you to just sum up. You said that there's a bit of a homogenised sort of sound to the clubs that you're going to. What would you describe that as?
House.
House. Basically
Melbourne
house.
is, I love house music, but I personally think Melbourne is obsessed with house music.
Right.
And I'm not quite sure why, but...
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, if you're at your home, then you might be playing some house. But that is it for us tonight. Thank you very much, Jake Cini, for coming along and sharing your opinion. And thank you very much for watching Queer Idea.
This is Ben TV. Thank you for watching. After the break, Lip Service, where they aim to solve your problems.
Before you speak.
I just got the last time I told you. When you told your mother and your mother told me that you told her the secret, I told you not to tell me.
Welcome to another edition of Lip Service, where we help you solve your problems. Now, welcome back to my traditional and fantastic panel, of course, Nate, Jess and Craig. So let's get straight into it this evening. Got one here from Concerned of Laverton. People have actually started not actually giving us their real names anymore now, because it's getting so...
anonymous is good.
Yeah. So this is anonymously sent in, but we do know the suburb. A few days ago, a friend sent me the link to a porn video that stars the recently ex-girlfriend of this mutual friend. The video is clearly shot in private, and although it shows her face, it doesn't have her name on it. The girl behaved really badly and completely shattered my friend's heart. And while I don't want to believe he would put something like this online, he is so hurt that it's not outside the realm of possibility. She would lose her job and her career if this video was found, and she comes from a very conservative family. My question, are you ready? What are my obligations here? Do I ask my friend about it? Contact the ex? A part of me wished I could forget that I saw it at all.
Ooh,
heavy one tonight, heavy one. Yeah. What do we think? What's our obligations?
Did you say the video's anonymous? I mean, it's been...
Yeah.
It's presumed that the person doesn't know that it's up there, the one that's in it.
Yeah, well, that's presumed, yes.
Right.
The person who's contacted us seems to think the
I think she needs to
disgruntled
know,
ex.
doesn't she?
I think she needs to know.
But how do you have that conversation? How does that...
What's
the relationship between them?
You just send...
By the way, have you seen this link?
Yeah.
Easy, done.
Yeah, right.
Problem solved. Really.
Yeah. I think that's probably a good idea. Yeah.
So that's how
starring
you.
you.
Yeah, essentially.
Starring your ex.
Starring your... Well...
Oh, no, starring you.
Starring you.
Sorry, yes.
But the concerned person was saying, do they tell the ex as well?
Yes, if they don't know it's...
Well, checking if the ex has posted it.
I don't think it's got anything to do with the ex necessarily.
Unless they're the one that's put it up.
Well, yes, I guess that's true.
In a sort of malicious vendetta
Yeah,
type thing going
and
on.
then it's a different issue altogether. I mean, that's, you know. But I think for Confused, from Laverton, I think you need to let the girl know who's in the video. I think that would be a good start.
Via text.
Perfectly.
She may have put it up herself, of course.
Oh, a la Paris Hilton.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Well, people's careers can be fired off from sex videos, can't they?
Or she'll be happy that she was notified that someone saw it then, won't she?
Yeah, I don't think you can do nothing about it. You've got to say something.
She has an obligation to check it out.
Certainly.
Alrighty. Oh, well, this is a first world problem. My best friend is expecting her first child, and I couldn't be more excited for her. Fortunately, she's recently asked if I would host her gender reveal party. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Because this is the thing that people do now, apparently. She's getting a sonogram next week to determine the baby's gender, and the results will go directly into a sealed envelope. And apparently, at the climax of the party, our disconnected or disorientated caller from Turak is going to open the golden envelope and release pink or blue balloons, I presume, and the gender will be revealed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew gender was so serious, really? Does it matter too much?
Well, our caller is actually concerned this is a bit of a stupid idea. She's feeling a little bit sort of stuck. Should she go through with it? How should she handle it? Is it a little bit narcissistic? Did I say that? Is that too many S's? Narcissistic or unnecessary? What do we think?
Well, her friends asked her to have a party.
Well, that's right.
I mean, I don't see how that would be an issue.
The gender reveal bit, I think, is not as much the party.
Right.
Yeah, it's just the fact that
she's uncomfortable with the gender revealing.
Is it a big deal? I don't know.
Well, I would question, I mean, you know, if we're looking at semantics in terms of gender, it's not really a gender reveal because the baby hasn't told anyone what its gender is. Rather a sex reveal.
Oh, yes, right.
So, really,
good
can
point.
they actually do it?
Very good point, yeah.
Indeed. So from that point of view, well, yeah.
It can't happen.
Can't happen.
Yeah.
Unfair.
Yes.
What right?
Maybe they could just reveal, like, so, you know, they're meant to reveal blue or pink. Maybe they could just do purple.
Yeah.
And keep people guessing.
It's a baby.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea, really.
Why not?
Yeah.
So it's
I don't know that the mother will be too happy with it, though. It depends on the nature of the friendship between the mother and our writer. Seems silly to us, but...
What would you say if your friend asked you to be the host of a gender reveal party?
I think having the party is probably the easy bit. You know,
all right, with the olive-ons and the sandwiches.
The friendship is the problem there, perhaps.
Yeah.
Right, but we think it's a really narcissistic and stupid idea.
Silly.
Silly and unfair because, as you quite rightly say, it's not necessarily a gender reveal, is it? Just simply sex reveal. Yeah, hopefully that helps you with that one. We think it's silly, it's stupid, and you should tell your friend as such. Okay. Okay, let's just. Oh yes, the other one. I've got one. I did actually memorise this one because it was quite interesting. This was about the etiquette. This person has a fairly long commute on the tram each day, and I don't know quite which particular tram route this is, but finds a lot of people with a bit of BO. And was curious to know the panel's view on what's the etiquette of perhaps asking people to move or moving yourself.
I
don't know about this one. But what is this with the smelliness? Are people just more smelly these days, or what?
Maybe people are just more precious. And,
maybe they're a bit more precious, perhaps.
Look,
yes.
You can't. There's no way you can ask a stranger to move because they smell. I mean, I think that person just has to, get themselves out of the situation, or.
I've always thought that it's kind of like a public service to let people know that they're a bit smelly. But you obviously can't tell a stranger. You can't say, oh, by the way. So my theory is that everyone should carry around cards or something to that effect that says, by the way, have a shower. Somehow put it into their belongings, like they've got a bag and just slip it in. So then in the privacy of their own home, they'll find this. They might reassess their hygiene.
I'd forgotten about your stalking talent. So this is part of this, is it?
Yeah,
slipping little messages in.
Yeah. So slowly, people will be less smelly.
Right.
Oh, nice. Nice,
well,
strategy.
Maybe, but I mean, maybe they just don't have access to a shower, so that might not always work. If they're homeless but good idea.
Letting them know might be nice too.
So if you find a little card in your bag,
it was from me. Yeah.
Hopefully that's been helpful. We'll see you next time on Lip Service.
Once again, we come to the end of our show. Thank you for watching. As usual, feedback at benttv.org.au for any feedback or questions you might like to pass to our panellists. And also, past episodes can be seen on www.benttv.org.au. Thank you for watching. Good night. See you next week.